Hello CISD. This video is to help you make changes to your planner if necessary, and also how to create your lesson plans using Eduphoria's application Forethought. So first we're going to start by signing in. Once you're signed in, click on Forethought. And we're going to start by making a change to our planner. Now, if you attended the training and you've already added in the ELPs, you can skip past this part of the video, but if you have not had a chance to add in your ELPs yet, for your lesson plans, you can follow along here. We're going to go to the bottom left corner and click on Change My Settings and choose My Schedules. You should already have a schedule set up. If you do not have a schedule set up, just stop the video now and put in a help ticket for me and I will help you set up your schedule. But to continue on, I'm going to click on my lesson plan schedule here that I've already created and choose to edit my schedule. I'm not changing my title, so I'll just come down to the bottom right corner and click Next. I've already set myself up as a grade 8 math teacher, and what I need to do is add in my ELPs standards so that I can have access to them during my lesson plans. So I'm going to choose to add an entry. And it is a course with learning standards, so I can just click Next. The ELPs are located on the middle school tree, so I'm going to expand the tree for middle school. And they're located under the ELA and reading, so we need to expand ELA and reading. And the fourth one down is your English Language Arts and Reading, reading. You'll want to choose that and click Next. You can change the name for the entry or not, that is up to you. And I'm going to click Next again. Now I have both of my standards listed, and I'm going to click Next. You may have needed to check mark your classes just now. You're going to want to check mark each class that you will be including your ELPs with. You'll check mark those, and then you'll press Next to move on. I don't have that option because I don't have any classes listed under me. So once I'm on this Add Entries to Schedule page, I can see both entries and click Next. I don't need to make any more changes to my schedule, so I'll press Next again. And now I'm done using the Planner Wizard, so I can begin using Forethought. So now I'm into my lesson plans. If you had already created any lesson plans inside of Forethought, and then you've come back and made changes to your planner, those changes do not affect any of the dates that you have already made changes or added lesson plans to. If you take a look at your calendar, you'll see, like on mine, I have some bolded dates. These dates that are already bolded, I have been on. The change I just applied in my planner for my ELPs, it did not affect these dates. Nothing has been added to them. So I'm going to need to pick a day. I'm going to go to November, and I'm going to pick a day in November that I have not actually worked on yet so that you can see the changes and how they are applied to those dates that you have not been on. So I'm going to start with November 17th. You can pick whatever day is comfortable for you. Okay, so once it pops up, here's my Mathematics grade 8. This is where my standards would go here. I'll show you how to add those in a moment. If I scroll downward past the template for the lesson plan, you'll see that I have listed the English Language Arts Reading. This is where we had to add in that course with learning standards, so it treats it as if I'm actually teaching that class, which I don't, and I will show you how to delete this from each day of your plan, so you don't have to have that in the way. What it does, though, is it allows you access to those standards or TEKs that you'll need to add in the actual courses, like mine up here, grade 8 for mathematics, that I do teach. Okay, so just to really quickly across the top, you have your editing toolbar. You've got a save button, you've got print, you've got check spelling, undo and redo, multiple buttons. You can go through and experiment with them. You've got your bold and italicize and so on. But if you're wanting just to type in your lesson plans or even copy or paste them from a Word document, you can. So I'm going to take, and first of all, this template, I am not going to use it. So I'm going to select it with my mouse and press delete, and the template is gone. And then I can go in and just type in whatever I need to for my lesson plans. And I'm just going to type in lesson plans. This is where everything you would do or that you include for your lesson plans you would need to type in, or if you've already been typing them inside of a Word document, you can copy and paste. So I'll come down here to the bottom for my English Language Arts Reading and Reading. Now I don't teach this class, so I want to actually delete it from my day's planner. So if I take and if I click in the top right corner of my standards or TEKS blue-gray bar here, I get this wrench that pops up, and I can click on the down arrow next to it and choose Remove from Day's Plans. It's going to ask me if I'm sure that I want to do this. I'm going to click OK, and now it's gone. Now remember, it only removes it from that one day. You have to do this for each day of your lesson. So now I need to add in some mathematics standards. So if you're a math teacher, you're probably going to see 3 different standards listed over here on the right. What you'll want to do is make sure that you choose the adopted 2012 imported standards. That is your most up-to-date TEKS. So I'm just going to randomly choose a couple here. To add them in, you double click on the standard and you'll see that it appears in this blue-gray bar. So I have some standards for my math. That's what I'm covering for this day. And then what I also need to add in are my ELPs. So to make that change, in this top right corner, I'm going to click on the down arrow, and here are my English Language Arts Reading and Reading standards. Now when you choose this, it might take a moment for the list to populate. There's quite a bit in the list, and when you see it, it's going to look something like this. I'm just going to suggest that you go to the third little plus sign where it says English Language Proficiency Standards, Imported Standards. And you're going to see that more than once. They're all identical, but I just choose the third one because it's the first one on the list here that I need. And I'm going to expand that list. Once I have it expanded, it'll stay expanded for you. I'm going to choose a couple of ELPs that I feel apply to what I am teaching that day, and I double clicked on them and they are added. Once I'm done with this, if I need to press the save button, it will be lit up. Eduphoria continually will save for you, but there are times that if you've gone in and made changes, you'll see that it'll light up and you'll have to press it yourself to make sure that you save. Okay, so this is my Monday, November 17th. I'm going to take and I'm going to copy the word lesson plan. And notice once I selected it and I copied it, my save button now, I have to press it again to make sure that it saves. I'm going to take and just copy and paste this for the sake of time for an entire week's worth of lesson planning. And if you would like to know how to copy and paste using your shortcut keys, Control-C copies on your keyboard and Control-V pastes. And so then I'm only able to copy my text that I've typed into the white area. I will have to go in and add my standards for my mathematics and for my ELPs for each day. Wait for that to populate. Like I said, you have to be patient and it takes a moment. I'll put an ELP in there. And there we go. And I'm going to need to save. But before I save, almost forgot, I don't want this English Language Arts Reading and Reading. I don't want that in my lesson plan. So I'm going to remove it from my day. And now I'm going to press save. And I would continue on through the rest of the week and I would finish up my lesson plans and make sure that I saved each one. If you have any questions on how to create lesson plans, if you need any extra help, please let me know. You can put in a help ticket through the help desk is the best way to go. Or if it's really urgent, you can send me an email or call me at extension 118. If you have questions on how to copy lesson plans, you can copy a full week. If that's something that you're interested in, I can cover that with you individually. You have to have that week's worth of lesson plans already created before you can copy and send it to another week. And you can also copy day by day if necessary. But again, if you have questions on copying lesson plans inside of Forethought, please let me know. And that ends our video tutorial for Forethought lesson planning.